Hey Scruffy, sorry I'm late. About 10 or 15 minutes late. Not that late in the grand scheme of things. But I got your hearty cuts with real chicken and beef. So I guess I won't dilly-dally and I'll just bring it out. Okay, so here comes the food. Oops. Strips there. So your water bowl looks over half full. So no problems with the water today, huh? So I filled up your new bowl to the rim. Almost. Okay, so I'm going to change your bowl. Oops. Which way are you going? So I'm going to change your bowl first. Okay. New bowl. Try not to spill it. Okay. So let me grab the glove and sit in the chair. Okay. There we go. So having a stressful day. Not necessarily a bad day, just a really stressful day. So I think they were continuing construction last night on the road. So the noise didn't help me sleep. And then, oops. Oh yeah, I heard some cats fighting in the distance. So, oops, there's that cough again. So, I could tell the cats were really far away, so they weren't in my yard. They were somewhere down the street. No idea which cats they were. Could have been Scruffy for all I know, but hopefully he has enough sense not to wander down that street, but I don't know. I know he leaves the yard, so could be him. But on my way back from my run today, which I'll talk about later, I did see a black cat across the street. It's not the black cat I normally see. This one it's completely black, and it's kind of shaggy looking. The one I'm used to seeing has much shorter hair. And then there are, tuxedo cats like Boots, but this one's pure black. And the other one that has shorter hair is pure black. So I think I've seen this cat once before, maybe twice before. I haven't seen him in maybe over half a year though. So I don't know where he normally hangs out. Maybe he's one of the cats that was meowing last night, or fighting, screeching. So maybe he's re-entered the area and got a fight with one of the other cats. So it could have been the other black cat, or it could have been two white cats, or it could have been Scruffy here, or Boots, or that cat I caught that was fighting Boots. Let's see, there was a black and gray striped cat also I've seen in my yard. I haven't seen that one in a while. I think that one moved on. Oops, there's that grooming again. Oops. Seems kind of want it a little rougher tonight. So I got up really early for no particular reason, just got up really early. Though I felt like I needed to get a bunch of stuff done because didn't get enough stuff done yesterday. But I was kind of tired all day, and it caused me to make a bunch of mistakes today, which added to my stress. So I made one really bad, stupid mistake in the stock market. I basically made an error in my order, and so I did basically the exact opposite thing I was trying to do. And that could have cost me some money. It wasn't like a huge order, but I don't like throwing money away for no reason, so I got lucky, and I immediately called up the brokerage and told them the mistake I made, and they were actually nice enough to undo it. And I'm sure they may have taken a small loss probably, but the order was pretty small, so the amount of money that I might have cost them was probably just as much as I cost them eating up the phone support line, so it wasn't that much money in the grand scheme of things, but I would have been in a really bad mood if they had not fixed that for me today. But I'm feeling really stressed because that was a stupid mistake I should not have made. I'm still trying to figure out how I made that mistake. Because I'd actually planned out my stuff yesterday, and I had the order all set to go yet from yesterday. And I think what I must have done was I must have clicked the wrong option. So the software actually has an option to duplicate an existing order that you made. So I made the order yesterday, so I was trying to duplicate it since I knew I already filled it out correctly. And then there's a menu option, like I think right next to it, that will create the exact opposite order. So for instance, if you want to buy a stock, it will short a stock. And if you want to buy an option, it will sell an option. And so I had a combination order, and so it did the exact opposite of everything I wanted. So that was not good. But they undid it, and that was very kind of them. So I very much appreciate that. Somebody has to eat the loss, but as I said, it's probably a very small loss. It wasn't that big of an order. I'm basically doing it to, well, I thought I could make money. It was a calculated risk. I thought I could make some money on something that was happening in the stock market, and actually I missed my window of opportunity because it took me too long to fix it. But that's okay. So that's another reason I'm stressed. I really squandered an opportunity because it actually was going my way for once. I have not had a good streak so far. And this is probably the first one I think that's actually gone my way immediately, and of course I screw up the order. But anyway, it could have been a lot worse. At least relieved to that, but I'm still upset with myself for making such a stupid mistake, and I'm concerned I might make that same mistake again, so I'm trying to figure out how I can learn from this so I don't make that mistake again. Ow, what the hell was that? It's like some heavy machine. Must be the construction crew bringing in heavy machinery or something. Scruffy's still pretty rigorous with the pets here, but yeah, it's kind of food time, so we should get him his food. Okay, let's get your food. And then I was looking more into the losing my internet service provider situation, so I'm stressed out about that. And actually I have a month, not a month and a half. It's actually like a month and a week or something like that. So I'm gonna have to do something pretty soon. And I still haven't figured out what the government was trying to tell me with the letters they sent. I mentioned a couple days ago I got 2 letters from the government the same day, and the 2 letters seem to contradict each other. So I'm really confused. And I don't really want to deal with it. And anything with the government always worries me. And lawyers are expensive. Why is this camera not focusing? There we go. So I was busy all day, doing lots of different things. And then I finally went out for my run. Since I was kind of tired, since I woke up so early, I was a little worried my run wasn't going to go well. And actually, yeah, had trouble, pulling myself away from all the stuff I had to do. So I ended up leaving kind of late. So I was kind of pushing it, but I said, oh, I still have enough time, I can go. And then as I was leaving, my neighbor was hanging outside, so he's waiting for his wife to come back. And my neighbor wanted to talk, so we ended up chatting for a little bit. And so it put me even later behind. And so that's why I'm about 10 or 15 minutes late to dinner tonight, is basically playing catch up. So not much going on with my neighbor. He's also sick of the lockdowns. And so he used to be a special operations in the Marines, Force Recon. So he's had a lot of adventures, and after he left the Marines, he continued to have a lot of adventures, and so one of the things he carried over from the Marines was his love of scuba diving. And he was telling me about some of the scuba diving that he wishes he could be doing right now. But yeah, basically, with the continuing situation, it's not something he can go out and do easily. So I guess, he used to be also really good at scuba diving and catching fish, which you could eat. Not sure exactly how he did it, but I know he's talked about having a spear gun, I think, or a spear. I don't know. And I also know he used to do a long time ago. I can't do it anymore because I guess they've been overfished. But he used to do abalone diving or fishing or whatever you call it. But this was, I guess, way back before abalone was popular enough that it was being overfished. So then his wife was driving back, so ended our conversation, and I went off for my run. So I saw a new cat at the edge of the field at the park. It was an orange ginger cat. Haven't seen that one before. Looked like an adult. So, see if I see that one again. So the weather was nice today. It was very similar to yesterday. I think it was actually a little cooler today. So my run time was actually one of my best. So I think I actually did a little better than last time. So yeah, things are looking good. So this was probably a top 3 time. Of course, this is probably the coolest weather I've run in since. So maybe I should be disappointed this isn't my top time. But I was kind of tired, so that's my excuse. And my legs are actually starting to feel it at the end. And my feet are actually feeling a little raw. So tomorrow I'm not sure if I'm going to go for a bike ride or if I'm going to do a recovery day. I'll play it by ear, but I think, actually I forgot to check the weather, but I think it's probably going to be similar to today. I think in a couple days though, I think it was supposed to start heating up again, but nothing ridiculous, but won't be cool. But we'll see if the weather report changes. I was surprised it actually was cooler today. I kind of expected it to be a little warmer than yesterday. So yesterday, my bike ride, I did get a view of the valley from the vantage point, and yeah, there's still a layer of smoke that's hanging over the valley. But a few days before that, I mentioned that there was a large system of clouds or something that came in and just darkened the sky, and it was like a really thick, tall blanket of clouds that I saw from the vantage point, and it was like fog was covering the entire valley, but you couldn't see the top of the clouds. So even at that higher altitude, usually I can start seeing the tops of the clouds, but these clouds, yeah, they didn't look like the low clouds. They looked like really high clouds, and this fog just completely blanketed the entire atmosphere. It wasn't the normal lower altitude fluffy clouds that you get, but it was seemed like the really high altitude clouds that just were completely thick coming all the way down. So it's pretty weird weather. But today we didn't have those clouds, but yeah, we had that smoke effect. It's covering the valley. So I don't think Scruffy's sticking around, but I think that's okay. I'm late and I want to eat dinner. And I'm still behind on things, so I gotta do a bunch of things tonight. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, folks. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.